Hello all, welcome to Gurukul CAT 100 series, a series designed to take you from your study room to your corporate boardroom. I am Deepak Nemani and this is Daily Quant with Deepak. Hi all, welcome back to day 92 of 100 days to CAT Quant series. In this video, we'll be discussing 5 questions from Quant. So whenever you come across a question on the screen, pause the video, try solving that question. Once you're done solving, you can resume the video. If you find this video helpful, like the video, share this video with your friends who are preparing for CAT, and most importantly, for more videos of this kind, subscribe to this channel. In case if you want to attempt these 5 questions in the form of a test, you can log into our portal, thegurukul.org.in. The link is already in the description. Now, once you click that link, you'll get enrolled to a course called 100 Days Race to CAT, in which there will be 3 sections: Quant, LRD, and VRC. We'll be uploading 100 tests in each section. So, if you're a serious CAT aspirant, you cannot afford missing these tests, and these tests are absolutely for free. And without any further delay, let's get started with the first question. The mean of all 4-digit even natural numbers of the form AABB, where A is greater than 0, right? So we should be finding the sum of all the numbers which are in the form of AABB, and they have to be even. Now, when will a number be an even number? When the last digit is even, right? So the values that we could take are 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So all the numbers should end with 0, 0 or 2, 2 or 4, 4 or 6, 6 or 8, 8. Done. Now, how many values can A assume? Right. So A can take all the values from 1 to 9. Right. So this could be 1, 1, 00, 2, 2, 00, 3, 3, 00, so on. Right. So A can assume 9 values, B can assume 5 values. So the total number of numbers that could be formed are 45. So in the denominator, you should be having 45, right? Now let's find the sum of all the numbers of that kind, right? Now if you have 1 and 1 here, so that would be 1100, 1122, 1144, 1166, 1188. Now I want you guys to understand for how many times you have 1100, right? So the value of A being 1, so you have 1 and 1. But the actual value of that is 1100, because 1 is in hundreds place and 1 is in thousands place, right? So how many times do we have 1100 repeating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I'll be writing 1100 into 5. I'm only concentrating now, as of now, I'm only concentrating on finding the sum of thousands term and hundreds term only, right? So 1100 into 5. Now, the next set of 5 numbers would be 2200, 2222, 2244, 2266, 2288. Now, how many such numbers? When you have 2200, right? 5 plus 5 into 2200. Now, similarly, you'll be having 5 into 3300, so on till 5 into 9900. So, let me take 1100 into 5 common. So what do we have? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, so on till 9, and sum of all these is 45, right? So we have 5500 into 45. Done, right? Now what do we get? Now we get the sum of thousands place and hundreds place, right? Now we need to find the sum of tens place and units place, right? Now in tens place and units place, you will be having 00, 22, 44, 66, and 88. Now let's ignore this. Now we'll be having 22 or 44 or 66 or 88. Now how many 22s will be there? 9, right? Because 1122, 2222, 3322, 4422, 55, so on till 9922. So you will be having a 922. So 22 into 9 plus next 44 into 9 plus 66 into 9 plus 88 into 9. Done. So that would be, if I take 22 into 9 common, then you have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Now this is 10. So we have 22 into 90. Right? Now what was asked? Average is nothing but sum of all these by total number of terms. We have 45 numbers, so we'll be having 5500 into 45 plus 22 into 90 by 45. Now I can cancel 45 and 45 twos. So 5500 plus 22 into 2, 44. 5500 plus 44, 5544 should be the answer to this question. Now coming to the second question, the number of distinct real roots of the equation x plus 1 by x whole square minus 3 into x plus 1 by x plus 2 is equal to 0 is, right? Now the first thing that I'll be doing is I'll replace x plus 1 by x is equal to some y, right? Now let's find the value of y. Then using quadratic equation in terms of x, then we'll find the values of x, right? So this becomes y square minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now this can be factorized as y minus 2 into y plus, sorry, y minus 1 is equal to 0. So the value of y could be either 2 or y is equal to 1. So if y is equal to 2, x plus 1 by x is equal to 2. If y is equal to 1, x plus 1 by x should be equal to 1. And we are asked to find real roots. Now we had discussed in the previous videos that the minimum value of x plus 1 by x will be 2 when x is equal to 1. Right, for any real value, the minimum value of x plus 1 by x is 2. So if that's the case, x plus 1 by x is equal to 1 is not possible. Okay. So we won't be having a real value of x from that equation, right? So we have x plus 1 by x is equal to 2, and this is only possible when the value of x is equal to 1, right? So we have only one distinct real roots of this equation. So the answer should be 1. Now coming to the third question. Two persons are walking beside a railway track at respective speeds of 2 and 4 kilometers per hour in the same direction. A train came from behind them and crossed them in 90 and 100 seconds respectively. The time in seconds taken by the train to cross an electric pole is nearest to, right? So how can we find the time taken by train to cross an electric pole? Length of the train by speed of the train, right? We are given with neither of them, right? So we should be finding the length of the train and also speed of the train, right? Now please be careful, the speeds are given in kilometers per hour, whereas time is mentioned in seconds. So first let's convert their speeds into meters per second. So that would be 2 into 5 by 18, 4 into 5 by 18. So this becomes 5 by 9, and this would be 10 by 9. Done. Now let the speed of the train be s. Right. Now they are walking beside in same direction, and a train has crossed them from behind. So train is also moving in the same direction. Right. So what would be the relative speed of train with this person? If the speed of train is s, so the relative speed of train would be s minus 5 by 9. Now similarly, the relative speed of train with this person would be s minus 10 by 9. Now crossing that person. Now what is the meaning of crossing that person? Traveling its own length, right? So if I consider the length of the train to be L, so L by s minus 5 by 9 is given to be what? 90 seconds, right? And L by s minus 10 by 9 is given to be 100 seconds, right? Now let's eliminate one of these two variables. Now the easiest possible thing is dividing, right? Now let me divide 1 with 2, right? So that these two will get cancelled. So 9 by 9 is minus 5 into 9 is minus 10 by 9 is equal to 90 by 100, which is 9 by 10. Let me cancel these two. Then what do we have? 90 is minus 100 is equal to 81s minus 45. Right. Now bringing 81s to left hand side, we'll be having 9s is equal to 100 minus 45, 55, or s is equal to 55 by 9 meters per second. Right. Now we have the speed of train in meters per second. Now we need to find the value of L. Right. Now in order to find the value of L, let's substitute the value of S in any of these two. Right. So L by Now 55 by 9 minus 5 by 9, right? So that would be 50 by 9. This is equal to 90. Now these two will get cancelled and we have 10 here. So L is equal to 10 into 50, or the length of the train is 500 meters. Now what was asked? The time taken by train to cross an electric post. So its length 500 by speed 55 by 9 into 9. So this is nothing but 900 by 11. This should be 81.8181 and so on. Right. Now what was asked? The time taken in seconds by the train to cross an electric post is nearest to 81.81 is nearest to 82. So option B becomes the answer to this question. Now coming to the next question. A right circular cone of height 27 centimeters is cut into two pieces along a plane parallel to its base at a height of 18 centimeters from the base. So we have a right circular cone of height 27 centimeters, and that was cut by plane parallel to the base at a height of 18 centimeters from the base. Right. Now if the difference in the volume of the two pieces is 225 cc, the volume of the original cone is, right. Now can I say this smaller cone is similar to the larger cone, right? So the ratio of heights being 1 is to 3. Right. So if the heights are in the ratio 1 is to 3, now can I say the volumes will be in the ratio of their cubes? So 1 is to 27. Right. So if I consider the volume of the smaller cone to be V, the volume of the larger cone will be 27V. And if that's the case, the volume of this frustrum would be 27V minus V, 26V. And now we are given with the difference between these two volumes is 225 cc. So 26V minus V is equal to 225. 25V is equal to 225, or V is equal to 9. Right. Now if V is equal to 9, what was asked? The volume of the original cone is. The volume of the original cone we have assumed that to be 27V. So 27 into 9. So 270 minus 27, 243 should be the answer to this question. Now coming to the last question, a circle is inscribed in a rhombus with diagonals 12 centimeter and 16 centimeter. The ratio of the area of the circle to area of the rhombus is. So we have a rhombus and a circle is inscribed in the rhombus. Now the meaning of circle being inscribed in the rhombus is the height of the rhombus will be nothing but the diameter of the circle. Now how can we find the height of the rhombus? Using area formula, right? So what is the formula to find the area of rhombus? Half d1 d2. So half into 12 into 16, which should be also equal to base into height, right? Now given with the diagonals, can we find the length of the side? Yes, right. So if this is okay, let me draw a bigger rhombus, right? Now this diagonal is given to be 12 centimeter, and this diagonal is given to be 16 centimeter, and we know that in a rhombus diagonals bisect each other, right? So this would be 6 and this would be 8, and diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly, right? So right angle triangle, now the perpendicular sides of a right angle triangle are 6 and 8, the hypotenuse should be 10, right? So the base of that rhombus is 10. So half into 12 into 16 is equal to 10 into h, right? Now this is 6 into 16 is 96, or h is equal to 48 by 5. Now what is 48 by 5? The height of the rhombus, which is nothing but the diameter of the circle, right? So if the diameter is 48 by 5, radius should be equal to 24 by 5. Now what was asked? The ratio of the area of the circle to area of rhombus. Now area of the circle would be pi into r square, 24 by 5 into 24 by 5 is to half into d1 d2, 12 into 16, right? Now 12 2 is 24, 8 2s and 8 3s. These two will get cancelled. Right. Then what do we have? 2 into 3, 6. 6 pi by 25 is to 1. So 6 pi by 25. Hence option C should be the answer to this question.
Hope you enjoyed learning from today's session.
This series is designed to help you with your CAT preparation and practice daily. We are with you in this journey.
To watch the next video, click here. And to watch Gurukul's CAT 100 series, study room to boardroom, the entire playlist, click here.
If you learned from today's session, like, share, and subscribe.